Yes.
Yes.
All opposed, say no. Yeses have it, motion carried. Is there any other open business from the council? Madam Clerk.
Mr. Chairman, I just want to give an update on Shred Day that was held this past Saturday. It was the busiest Shred Day we've had in years. We had in line down Pine Street, down, I was told, down Breast Road to the state police post. So that was for about probably the first hour, and then we were steady. But like I advised, also, if you come after around 11, 11:30, it's usually not as busy. So those that came around 11:30, 12 waited a little bit, but not as long as those that showed up before. Also, this Saturday, I have cemetery cleanup at Oak Grove Cemetery off of Van Born and Burr Street from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. You bring gloves and a rake. I'll have compost bags. And then the following Saturday, April 27th, I have cemetery cleanups at Golden Ridge, which is on McKinley off of Goddard down the road here from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Oakdale directly after from around 12 to 1. And Oakdale is the small cemetery on Telegraph, just north of Pennsylvania, northbound traffic.
Any further open business from the council? Councilwoman.
Can we just get an update, I think, on the towing? I think the letter is, we passed a resolution in the last meeting is in process.
Yes, through the chair. Pursuant to the council's request, I have drafted a letter that's been circulated to all the council members that will be sent to area towing regarding what we believe to be the contractual obligations of area towing. And also included in there are some what we hope are some checks on the that will prevent some of the what we believe to be excessive charges under the contract. That letter should be going out within the week.
Sure. And then through the chair to the mayor, I know there's a committee that's set that will be meeting hopefully soon to start on the RFQ process. So that was the other item. And then the last, I know I read an invoice in the last meeting that I was informed was a Michigan State Police tow that was in the city of Taylor. That was $2,100. And again, I want to go to how difficult it is for a person if their remedy is court to do this. So I had filed many FOIAs to different communities to get their towing contract. One of those was the Michigan State Police, which I filed in February. My FOIA was denied and no records existed. I submitted it again in March. My FOIA was denied for no records existing. I called the Metro South Post. I was told that they had agreements, but that those were not public access. And then when I was informed, I called Metro South Post again and was told that there are no contracts, that they expired 3 to 4 years ago. They referred me to district office. I called there, left a message, and I also resubmitted a FOIA appeal, which I haven't heard back on. So again, we understand the FOIA process. We understand that cities have contracts. Individuals don't. You know, I think in general that it is a lot of work and it's daunting and it's frustrating because there's something that exists out there and then you get different answers. You know, I called and was very specific in what I was looking for and again was told that it didn't exist or was told that I couldn't have access to it. So that's frustrating, and again, that's where I think that's my goal, is just getting to something that's clear, that when someone asks us, any of us, what our rate is, what the process is, that we know. And I don't think right now it doesn't seem like we're able to tell people confidently. So I just wanted to address that, and the invoice from the last one, again, was a Taylor accident that I guess the state police and Taylor responded to, but the point is, again, the state police doesn't have it seems like they don't have a valid contract either, which gives the vendor, regardless of who it is, the ability to charge whatever, and the person's only remedy is court. And I think that's unfair to individuals. That's all.
Any further open business? Council.
Chairman,
Council.
so if we change our vendor in the instance of that invoice, it's not going to matter because that's the Michigan State Police. We wouldn't be able to control who they choose, correct? Even though it's in our city. Just curious of how that works.
But I would add that at some point when we get things worked out, I'd like to see educational pieces that go out annually in our Taylor Today that educate people on their rights. and what that process is. Because again, I think yes, we can control what we do, but there's a lot to know. I've learned a lot. And again, I don't think an average person knows that or knows how to get that information. And I would say a lot of people just say whatever and they just pay it and move on, or they sign their car over